Yo, it's your boy Mike T, The Naked Show. Subscribe, YouTube. The Naked Truth. It's your boy Mike T, the owner of Naked Athletics. I got a sweet interview with my man, Sweet Lou. Stay tuned, man. It's finna be fire, you dig? All the way up. Be on.
The biggest problem in life was overcoming myself. But once I defeated myself, the only thing left was peace.
Niggas be talking like this shit easy or something, you heard me?
They do.
Nah, nigga, I make this shit look easy, you heard me?
See, sometimes people think they can be you better than you can be you. Every time they tell you, I'ma beat you the fuck back up, nigga. Took a lot of losses, had to bounce back. She got ass loving when it bounced back. Came back strong, had to bounce back. Applying pressure, watch a nigga bounce back. Pushing, I ball in his face and he think that I'm pushing. Like, what we gon' talk about? Ain't shit to talk about. I pull a calls on these niggas, I call them out. Pushing, yeah. Pushing, I'm in his face and he think that I'm pushing. Major mistake if you think that I'm pussy.
Yo, coming to the Naked Show today, man. Like I said, man, needs no introduction. We got Sweet Lou. I mean, this man, real beast out here, man, Las Vegas. I mean, I remember me as a 16-year-old kid coming to him with some raw and uncut energy. Like, man, get off your ass if you plan to be rich. You feel me? From that day on, man, it's been all the way up with me. With no introduction, we got Sweet Lou, man. Let's get it. Yeah. What's going on, baby? Oh, man, life, man.
Hey, light, and don't change that channel, man.
You know what I mean? Not
Man, how did I get a chance to make the couch, man?
Shit, man, by being alive.
How did I get a chance to make the couch, man? Listen, man, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Man, let me just say before we start, man, of course, you're trying to make this about me, man, but this is truly about you, brother, man. I am so proud, man, that you remembered that conversation, and I remember when that conversation had taken place, man.
Real good.
You know what I'm saying? When you was 16 years old.
Yeah, they came to you for a job and pulled me like, man, I'm
Sure
tired of
did.
being broke. He was like, listen, man, listen. Let me tell you something, bruh. When you caught up in these streets, man, go get that money, though. The best way you know how.
Wow, man, you remember that?
All the way up, for real.
Yeah, that was at Nevada Business Services, man, on Owens,
yeah.
man.
That was it.
Services. I remember you came in there,
I was hungry.
and yeah, you was hungry, man. You sure a gunner, man. But again, you had a bunch of swag at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so I could definitely see why you named it Naked
All the way up.
Athletics.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I
Because
show
you used
my
to
ass.
do that. Because you used to stay naked back in the day. You used to stay naked. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't
Back
wear
in the
no
day,
clothes.
he didn't wear no clothes, had tats and all that, man. But he had a good heart, and he was eager, man. But you was in them streets, brother.
Yeah, I was. Out there in a major way, man. But he pulled me out of that, man, and made a positive out of a negative, man. And I'm watching him on my way up, like, hey, Lou is a man. You feel me? He's coming around the big Cadillac.
Still
I
got
said,
it.
man, oh, I know. You feel me? That vert looking nasty. But, man, let's get into it, man. So what you got going, man?
Man, well, look, first and foremost, man, again, man, I appreciate
And why you ain't mayor yet?
Yeah.
What you got going, though, baby?
In time, you know what I'm saying? In time, man. Of course, everybody's been hitting me with that whole political plight thing, man. And of course, man, there's a lot of things that God, of course, we got to give him all the credit, man. God has just allowed me to be relevant. And we talked about relevancy, man, earlier, man. And I tell people, you know, that I've been relevant for 3 decades, man.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, so how can you not receive anything that I say? Because I've never fallen off.
Yeah, that's correct.
You know what I'm saying? And so, and of course, God bless me. I'll be 52 next month,
man,
October
stop
6th.
52.
I'll be 52 years old, man, and I'm from the West.
A lot of us ain't gonna be able to see that age, though.
A lot of us have not seen that age, man.
And will not see.
And will not see it, man. And of
Right.
course, you know what's going on, you know, just based on that, man, you know, as a president of what we got going on in our community, man. I'm a product of the 89106, man. And I'm unapologetic about it. It's the West Side, and that's where I'm from, born and raised. But again, I give a lot of credit to the West Side because it gave me my platform.
Correct.
You know, and shouts out to my folks, man, my mom and dad. Of course, my dad at that time was a state representative. Of course, my mom was in child care for 44 years.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? And so again, I came from a great foundation, man, to be able to elevate. And of course, I did my tricks in the streets, you know, as well. And
we all did.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, but tricks are for kids now. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
And so when you're in your grown man stance, you got to be in your grown man stance. So man, it's just an honor, man, for you to have actually, man, given me that call. Yeah. Because now, at this stage in my life, it's called the Big Give Back.
Correct. That is correct.
It's called the Big Give Back, Mike. And so again, man, when you preface it, you know, man, at 16, this guy came at me this way, because even like right now, the grown man is not the grown man.
And not at all. They don't make them like we was.
They don't make them like we were, man. And so you got
sad.
a lot of cats out here, man, that's not, you know, standing in their truth, brother. You know what I'm saying? That's grown.
But they can't. The sad thing about it, because they can't even find their truth. Because they chasing somebody else's truth. You know what I'm saying? They want to be everybody but themselves, and that's where we lose as people, because individuality is what makes you who you are. You know what I mean? So off top, I'm like, you know, I'm in this position of where I can actually reach and teach, and I was like, man, I got to pull some powerful black leaders up on the side of me, because if you're the only one winning in your circle, then you lose.
That's a fact.
You get what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So if you ain't growing in that aspect of your community, within society, within your people, then I mean, what are you then? You just another Kanye West out here. You know what I mean?
Kanye West out here.
And that's where we ain't gonna be. You know?
No, absolutely not.
We don't get in our fold in this world, not today. And you see how they doing our kids, our people. So it's kind of like it's a hurtful situation that we got to see what we see nowadays, and it takes real leaders like you to really come on and really say, you know, some positive things. You've seen it all and done it all.
You know what, man? It just prides my heart, man. You know, I'm sitting here, man, and I'm smiling in the inside, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at you, man, and I'm giving a double take, and I'm giving a triple take.
Correct.
And honestly, man, I'm just so overwhelmed about what I'm hearing you say. And I'm so overwhelmed about the big give back.
Correct.
You know, I mean, I've seen this segment on social media. I've seen this segment. I've seen you doing this, man. And so, you know, it's just amazing, man, how you got it.
Yeah.
Mike, you got it. No, for real, you got it. And we don't hang out every day. I don't see you all the time. We don't converse all the time or kick it. But every time I see you, you never forget that moment, man. And so now my job was to make sure as a youngster that you got it.
Correct.
And now I see that you got it, brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it prides my spirit. And so now with this segment, with you using your platform, because what you said earlier, you said, man, it's truly not about me.
Yes, not about me.
You know, and for you to raise up, man, on a Thursday at 10 a.m., at 10 a.m., to make sure that this media outlet is provided to talk about the community, man, is major. Because I do this all the time.
Yeah, I know.
And there's so few of us, and you're using your gym as a backdrop. You're using yourself, man, to spread the love, man. And
that's how it's gotta be, though. But you understand, we have more people like us in this world, man, that looking past the dollar, looking past the assets. Because when you strip that away from a man, if he's only empowered by his car and his house and his clothes, then that man is absolutely nothing. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when you take all them garments off and you sit in that bed,
so it's a store somewhere with a whole bunch of black daddies getting milk.
Still getting milk. Waiting on that truck. They probably got to take a damn cow by then. You know what I mean? But yeah, they just never came back. So the truck has been going, yes, we have been lied to.
Yes, we have been lied to, man. So again, you know, we've been, we just been horrible stewards of accountability, man. And you know what I'm saying, when it comes to our families, our ladies, you know what I'm saying, the mothers that are out there, our children, you know, the whole art of deception, man. So 89106 has been deceived, man, in every facet, man. So there's been no truth telling, you know, at every level, you know, politically, religiously, you know, the faith base and all these kind of things, man. So again, I've just been the guy who's stayed in my lane, made my own decisions based on how I want to move, and every decision I make, Mike, is calculated. You know what I'm saying? Every decision I make is calculated, brother. It really is. I calculate all the risk before I make the move. And like I said, I'm totally far from imperfection, but it's all calculated, man. So
we all flawed humans, you know, we all get it right.
So to be here, man, at 51 years old, man,
that's a blessing.
Come through the 89106, man, and just and you know, from the streets to the suites, man. You know what I'm saying? To the suites. You know, I got some great friends, man, in Hollywood. I got some great friends in celebrityhood, and that recognize the sweet Luke Collins. So I came from the 106. I'm officially the kind of guy who really got on.
Yeah, real business.
You know what I'm saying? That
But
first
you know,
got on.
that takes a lot of dedication, man. I mean, I'm sure you done have a lot of doors closed on you. I know you heard a lot of back talk about what you can't be, what you're not gonna be, and who you are and who you ain't. And they gonna talk about you regardless, but you stay, you know, pushing.
Man, and you have
Never
to do
gave
that.
up.
Well, man, you know, self-esteem is a serious issue, brother. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that
Self. I tell you about that. It's self. Come from self.
It's come from self, but I mean, people see me, you know, and we talk about, you know, self-esteem issues, you know what I'm saying? I remember growing up, I was the fat kid, you know what I'm saying? I was the big fat kid, you know what I'm saying? And so I understood what came with that. The reason why I got into comedy, because I was the fat kid, I had to keep them among me.
But you know what? But you ain't bow down though. That confidence kept you pushing.
You're right, brother.
A lot of individuals being, you know what I'm saying, bigger, would be like, man, you know, I'm just gonna go hide and rock and eat. You took the tool, you took something that they gave you, and you made it out of a positive.
Man, that's a fact.
You know what I mean? And that's
fact.
why you here today.
That's a fact. And
You know, that comes from a strong foundation.
Man, that comes from man.
You know, your mama and
remember.
dad telling you to stay listening, get off your head. You all right? Get on out there.
Get on out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I had to protect me, you know, because like we talk about, you know, self-esteem, depression, you know, all those things are real, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Those things are real.
I deal with
And
it all
so,
the time.
yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So those things are real, man. So you have to figure out how you have to figure it out. You better figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And so, and sometimes, you know, we're taught to pray to God, man, and sometimes those results don't come as soon as you need them.
Thank you.
You know,
Yeah,
they don't come as
definitely
soon as you need them, man. So you pray to God. You know, I believe in God. I pray to God.
Correct.
But sometimes I need faster results.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And he always got his own plan. He works his own pace.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, we clock into God. God don't clock into us.
Yeah, that's the fact. So once you find that, man, and you humble yourself, brother, you know, you feel that people, and I don't do it for the recognition.
Yeah.
I do it because it's who I am.
Thank you.
So when you know, I got so many awards and accolades, man, for me being who God wanted me to be.
Thank
and so
you.
I've been
Because
celebrated.
nobody else.
And I'm being celebrated for what I thought should be natural.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm being celebrated all the time. And people are like, congratulations, I heard about this.
Yeah.
You got this coming up. And I got some award celebration going on coming up here soon, but I don't do it for the recognition.
Do it because it's the right thing to do. And then the recognition gonna come in its own.
What he said.
You know what I mean?
Exactly
And
what
that's
he
the thing.
said.
See, the thing about it is we in a situation where we able to reach people. And we don't look for the great check to come in the mail, because you know what, that's gonna come if you're being a real individual.
Right.
We do it because it's the right thing to do. Right. Your dad stood there and he being the best dad he could be because that was the right thing to do.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Your mom decided to, you know what I'm saying, to sacrifice and make the changes she made in life to make sure you ate because it was the right thing to do. Nowadays, you got grandmas at 30 years old and they think the more flesh you show, the more recognition you get. And honestly, it just shows that you easy. I mean, I'm just keeping it 100. At one point,
And they are.
Up here, yeah. Like, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. My mama wouldn't leave the house without a house coat on. She wouldn't leave her room without a house coat on. Yeah, you know what I mean? She had a house coat on tight. I think that she had a damn shoestring damn
Going
thing.
into the
She kept losing
kitchen.
goddamn, yeah.
Going into the kitchen
Of her house.
Of her house. House
own.
coat on. That's right.
Correct.
That's it.
Because that was respectable. Now?
And yank it tight.
Yeah, they go lost. Yeah, that motherfucker be pinned up. My mama lost her house.
It was Terry Claus.
Yeah.
It was Terry Claus.
My mama had a shoestring. She lost her goddamn. Everybody lose the string though. Where the string go? You watch the go?
The rough nights, man.
Yeah,
The rough nights.
you know, daddy had on. They in there singing again. A gospel.
Hey,
a ghetto gospel.
Man, what is we were born?
Yeah, everybody how's my
Or
day?
belt.
Or they hold it like this. They be in there cooking, holding it like this. You know, hey, this is what I'm look. You too real. You too
That's
real.
it, man.
Put me on some encouraging words, man, for our youth out here. I mean, just for black men in this society today. What would you say to them? I mean, because like I said, you see the killings.
Yeah, man.
You see these police getting off, you know, with just unpaid leave, and then they come right back to
justifiable.
the force. Justifiable, you know, because they twitch, they move, and then you see, you know, just the struggle, man, the economic situations that's going on in this world, you know, because it's going to be a drastic change really, really soon.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? And they call them the Great Depression. You know what I mean? So the thing about it is, they're trying to eliminate the middle class. They're trying to either you're going to be poor or you're going to be rich. It ain't gonna be no in between.
This guy has done his homework.
Yeah.
This guy has definitely done his homework. And I want you guys to understand, outside of him being a dietitian, certainly, an athletic genius, you know what I'm saying, a body sculpture, this guy here has truly done his homework. And trust me, man, to stay relevant about current events and what's going on in our society, you know, it's amazing.
Go! My bad.
I want him to come through the,
he better come sit right here. What you been doing? Is you in the video or not? Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying? But again, you know, it takes all kinds, man. And no matter what it looks like, it takes you. And so all the youngsters out there, man, you got to get knowledge of self, man. You got to understand what's relevant. You are relevant, because that's the key word today. You got to understand that you are relevant. You're bigger than the penitentiary, brother. You know what I'm saying? You're bigger than domestic violence. You know what I'm saying? You're bigger than abuse. You're bigger than verbal abuse. You're bigger than all of that, man. And so when you keep handicapping yourself and you create these paralysis and making excuses, man, where you're paralyzing yourself, where we can't produce what we need to do in our community, and the production piece is for us to honor each other. And so what we're doing right now, this guy here, he pulled back, dug through the crates. And where I come from, he pulled back and he pulled me out to say, hey, Sweet Lou, man, I've recognized what you've done. And he used this, I mean, I'm so proud, because when you think they're not doing it, this guy here used his facility and his voice and his brand to share his service to the community. And a lot of you guys are caught up in the system where you're doing community service, but you don't want to do community service. You want to be a service to the community. Because if you're doing community service, you didn't got in trouble with the law. So you don't want to do community service, you want to be servicing the community. And so you young cats out there, man, find an old head. Find an old head, man. No more excuses about my daddy wasn't in the house. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? You got a leader right here. You got a leader right here. You got recreation centers. You know, I was at the Pearson Center for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Directed the Pearson Center for 10 years. You know, worked at Housing Authority for almost 11, 12, 13 years. So every facet of the community, I gave myself a service to the community. So I helped Section 8 mamas. I put poor families, disadvantaged families, I gave them a roof residency. I worked at the Boys and Girls Club. You know, at-risk kids, they came through me. I coached them, I dealt with them. All of my work has been in my community, working with the disenfranchised, man. And at the same time, taking on this entertainment lifestyle and balancing both. I've been doing this for 30 years, brother.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? Consecutively 30 years, man, and everybody's seen my rise. And I'm gonna share something with you real quick that TD Jakes shared with Tyler Perry. And so people come to my crib, people come to my house, and people make comments about how I live and how many cars and things I have, and you know, how I get out. And thanks to God, I have an incredible lifestyle. I have an incredible home, you know what I'm saying?
That he worked for.
That I work for, that I earned, you know what I'm saying? And you know, incredible lady that's there to support me and everything that I literally earned, you know what I'm saying? Worked for everything. That's why I tell my homeboys when they say, well, man, give me one of these cars. No, nobody gave me one.
Man,
you know what I'm
entitlement, no.
Entitlement.
Yeah.
But TD Jakes told Tyler Perry, being a black man, was afraid to let his homeboys come to his house.
Right.
Yeah, and you can Google this. So Tyler Perry, when he started gaining all his wealth because of the stigmas that we put on each other, he was afraid to let his buddies come to his house because he was feeling that I don't want these at my crib, da, 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 da. So TD Jakes told him, he says, Tyler, those are your friends. He's like, yeah. He says, well, if you're really trying to help them, why are you keeping them away?
Correct.
How do they become successful if you don't let them see it?
Correct.
You gotta let them see it.
See it, feel it, touch it.
You gotta let them see it.
Yeah, give them a dream.
So when I have my homeboys and everybody coming into my house and I have events, I don't do it to be braggadocious.
Yeah.
You know where I came from.
Right.
So if you've been traveling and rolling with me, and when we had nothing but marbles and penny candy, now you see all of this luxury, well, man, you can do it too.
Correct. Correct.
You know, so Tyler Perry said, man, I never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
TD Jakes said, Tyler, you gotta let them see it.
Correct.
They got to see.
Correct.
So Mike, they got to come in here and see this.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? They got to see how you rolling, Mozzie's. You know what I'm saying? You know, they got to see all of that in order for them to understand and listen to how you made it here. Because see, I remember, again, I'm so proud of you, man, because I remember when you came to me, you had nothing.
I had
But sweat.
correct.
You had nothing but
I
sweat
had to
because you was
save up
coming
to
off the
become
street.
nothing.
Because you was coming off the streets at that time.
That is correct.
You was coming off the street. I remember vividly. You was coming off the
Yeah.
street literally at that time
Yeah.
because you was in the streets hustling
Hustling. Grinding. Yeah. that's
and
correct.
crying.
Correct. Correct. That's real business.
Yeah, and crying.
Correct. You feel me? And I came a little like, man, I need to figure something out. Something gonna figure me out. And Little Man gave me some real game, and I'm telling you, man, it's been all the way up, elevation from there. You know what I mean? So what's the next move for you?
Well,
Oh,
man-
wait, I want you to talk about the cigar group before.
Okay, so all right. So here's where we are right now. You know what I'm saying? Crow, of course, as time changed, so do you.
Correct.
You're supposed to change.
Man, if you're not
And it's
changing, you're doing that.
and it's about leveling up. It's about elevation.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So now at 51 years old, as I stated, I'll be 52 next month. There's a different game that you have to be attracted to.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And so when we talk about cigars, now I've been smoking cigars for about 27, 28 years in the city. So right now, within the last 2 years, the cigar industry has become a $20 billion industry in cigars.
Tap in.
In cigars,
Yeah.
right? So it's a $20 billion industry. Now everybody knows me. I'm a visionary. You know what I'm saying? I'm an entrepreneur on a lot of facets.
Yeah, got to.
And so because I was smoking cigars, I'm gonna fast track this story. 2 years ago, my dear friends, my man Jazz Mataz and my man Rick, we were watching football at the Cannery, and Miami was playing. The Dolphins were playing, so they cut in. The game was taking place in Miami, and they cut in, and you know how they show the culture of the city.
Correct.
So they showed the culture of the city, and they showed guys rolling cigars.
Oh, yeah.
So I said, hey man, let's go to Miami and smoke cigars. They're like, what? I'm like, let's just go to Miami.
Easy.
Y'all been to Miami? They're like, I said, well, let's go. They said, where we going? I said, we're gonna go smoke cigars. They was like, well, man, I got
Boss
it.
move.
So we go to Miami. True story. Go to Miami, just in Miami, just the three of us, just to smoke cigars. We on South Beach doing our thing. Ain't looking for nobody, ain't bothering nobody. So we get across a couple hand-rolled cigars, and on South Beach, this guy says, hey, if you want some real cigars, go to this place called Cuban Crafters.
Crafters.
So we go to this place called Cuban Crafters in Miami. When we get to Cuban Crafters, we from Vegas. There's about 6 or 7 brothers in there that we didn't know. So we in there, we just doing our thing. So everybody kept walking past saying, hey, do you know those brothers back there? Do you know those brothers back there? We're like, no, we from Vegas. I don't know those brothers. So after the 5th person say, do you know them brothers? So I'm like, well, man, I'm Sweet Lou from Vegas.
Yeah.
You keep asking me if I know them brothers. Do them brothers know me?
Yeah, right. That's the question.
Well, unbeknownst to me, one of the brothers, his name was TK,
Okay.
Tobacco Kennedy.
What?
He has his own cigar.
Ah.
One of the other brothers, Cigar Mike from Atlanta.
Ah.
Cigar Mike. So what I end up finding out was these brothers were the cigar aficionados of the world. Cigar Mike is equivalent to Jay-Z in the cigar game.
Wow. That's
He's the Jay-Z. Tobacco Kennedy is equivalent to Puffy in the cigar game. These black dudes. And then they got a Google. And then there's a sister named Christina. She's the Cardi B of the cigar game.
That's monster movie.
So we found these people in Miami, man. They knew we was from Vegas.
Yeah.
Vegas annually has 2 of the biggest cigar conferences in the country here in Vegas.
Oh, man.
It's the IPCPR and the Big Smoke. The 2 biggest cigar conferences are held here in Vegas.
Yeah.
I knew nothing about it until I went to Miami. So based on me being Sweet Lou from Vegas, then I came back and we created the Cigar Gurus. The Cigar Guru. So my man, I designed the logo. Me and my man Jazz, you know, who's my founding partner, my childhood friend. You know, we went to college together. And again, shout out to Grambling State University, alumni. You know what I'm saying? Black man with a college education.
Man.
And so we came back, man, and my guy Rick, who's my graphic designer, Rick Holmes, the baddest boy in the city. he actually designed what we put forth, man, and hence, this is what you got, the Cigar Gurus. So it's a class act. Cigar smoking is at a greater level. And when you're in the room with cigar smokers, there's never no negativity, never no nonsense. It's all about upward mobility.
Correct.
And so hence we have the Cigar Gurus, man, going into our 3rd year in Vegas, man. So along with, you know, doing a multitude of things, man, I just keep reinventing myself.
Correct.
I keep reinventing myself, Mike, because you got to stay relevant, man.
Man, all the time. I tell people that all the time, man. If you get stuck in one situation that you're not going. You know what I mean? So to make this move that you move, this is a beast move, because you tapped into a multi-billion-dollar situation.
That's correct.
And the thing about it is,
correct.
You made it your own.
That's a fact.
And when you make it your own, then you gotta understand the capital that comes with that. On top of that, the respect that comes with that. On top of that, just the acknowledgement that comes with that. And you tapped in. I'm sure it's the bomb is Cuban. What's your best cigar?
But you know what, man? I can't say. Because a lot of them. I'm gonna tell you the naturality of the cigar is the full body Maduro. That's the natural. This is a full body Maduro, Nicaraguan tobacco, and so anything in that classification, because it could be a bunch of classifications. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to say what's the best smoke, but I prefer on a daily that Flathead 770.
That sounds like fire.
Yeah, that Flathead 770,
that
man.
Sound like it
that cigar, it's a Flathead 770, man. It's a 2-hour smoke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of cats don't understand that cigar smoking is tranquility.
Yeah.
So it's a detox moment. And I've had a lot of cats, a lot of street cats that are now getting into the art. And they're saying, Lou, I never knew it was so therapeutic. And cigar smoking is therapeutic, man, and it brings about a whole different conversation.
Energy.
And all you youngsters out there talking about, oh, gee, let me get one and split it. And you know what I'm saying? Let me get one and split it. You know what I'm saying?
Let me split it.
No, this ain't the black and mild. This ain't that.
No, niggas don't think right, man. We talking about some real business.
We talking about some hand rolled,
you
know what I'm saying? South American tobacco, man. And so again, you know, it's figuring out, researching, applying, and manifesting.
That is correct. So I mean, that's just knowledge. And like I said, he just don't give up. This man ain't gonna give up. I don't care.
I don't know anything about it.
Man, limitless. And that's the key word for me for today is limitless. Never limit yourself to absolutely nothing. You know what I mean? So, closing words, man. Give us some real game out here.
Well, man, I'm your man, Sweet Lou Collins. Y'all know I ain't new at this. I'm Lou at this. They hate me because they ain't me. I stay at it while others play at it. You know what I'm saying? The game is real. You know what I'm saying? And the game is real, but you make it for real. For real is what it is for you. Go out here and get it, man, because when you talk about getting the bag is real, man. Go get the bag, man, but make sure that you have integrity, respect, and honor. And see, what has been lost in this game is integrity, respect, and honor. Because when I came out of the 89106, we had respect, we had integrity, and we had honor. And so if we can get back to that as black men in this city, then we'll find elevation and relevancy. It'll be relevant, man. And so when we talk about what's limitless, respect, honor, and accountability, man.
That's correct. And there's respect among thieves, man. You gotta understand.
Well, it used to be.
Yeah, it used to be.
It used to be.
Not no more.
And honor. It used to be.
Among thieves as well.
It used to be honor amongst thieves.
Now, man,
it used to be.
Well, like I'm gonna tell you, like the man told me, amongst Lou many, you know what I mean? It's godly, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Cash trucks don't knock on doors, man. You gotta go get that money. You feel me? Lou out here. You know what I mean? I'm out here. You know what I mean? So we in the game, man. Salute, it's your boy Naked. You got a killer right here. This is Sweet Lou, man. All right? Look him up. Google him.
Hey.
Google him. Cigar Gurus.
Cigar Guru.
You know what I mean? You got Naked Athletics.
And listen, and any time, at any point, if you guys want to sit down, man, and let's chop
give
this
me your
thing
fees.
up.
Give me your fees.
You know, anytime you want to sit down and chop it up, man, you know what I'm saying? IG, Sweet Lou Collins, you know what I'm saying? SWTLOU. you know, Facebook, you know, Lou Collins. Shit's a dog, man. You know what I'm saying? You guys can just get at me or just see me in the community, man. You know, just see me in the community. I ain't hard to find, man, because if you see me, I'm out there doing good and I'm out there helping somebody. So this is the naked truth.
The naked truth, baby.
This is the naked truth.
Tune in.
All right? Man, thank you for having me, man.
Hey, no, thank you for coming. You know what I mean? Let me tell you something. A lot of cats say they want it, they don't really want it. You get to call them on their word, call them, and they act like they bigger than anything you got going. Just because in their mind, they at a different level. But it starts from the bottom. Never be afraid to get back and remember where you came from. You gotta humble yourself sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Come here and talk to your boy Naked, man. This is what we do. I salute, man. It's your boy Naked, Sweet Lou. Hey, man, we love y'all, man. And we'll be back, though. This ain't the end of us. You know what I mean? You did.
All right.